Okay, we will start. Uh, so what we will do is, first I will take you through the basic, questions what you generally have about the Cauvery new connection, and then we have received some questions already. We have mapped them. I will present them also, and then subsequently we will ask the BWSSB chief engineers to address the concerns which may not be part of the questions which are already presented. Okay, so we will start. So before that, we will just understand the rules of engagement. Just I request all of you to be on the mute. Okay, I will share the presentation and other detailed activities. We're also building a calculator for the usage of all the apartment dwellers, which all will be put up in YouTube, and also people who have participated, who have registered. We will ensure that all the details are mailed to them also on their mail IDs. Okay. So you need not worry about any of those things. If anything is there, you can always reach out to us. If you have any concerns, please keep it to your questions to the end of the session. And also, please raise your hand if you want to speak. As I mentioned, session is being recorded. Please keep the questions relevant to the new Cauvery connections of BWSSB. Please don't bring up any other grievances. For other grievances, you have your chapter groups and cluster groups. Now we'll be forming chapter-specific BWSSB action groups. So you can always raise your questions with your cluster volunteers, and then we will take it up. And please don't share any personal details in this session. If anything is there, you just leave it as a WhatsApp or anything so that we can address them. So whatever the presentation I'm making, it's all based on various data sources which are from the official BWSSB sources or from the government orders. So I will not take too much of time of it because you can go through all these details in leisure whenever you get this presentation. I'll straight away go to the presentation part. So the background of this discussion is that sometime in 24, Cauvery stage 5 was started. The details are given here with these all which are publicly available in various forums. So just for understanding of you all, the Bangalore city in terms of BWSSB is bifurcated into 3 areas for the new connections. That is core BBMP area. Okay, and there are old 8 CMC areas which are Bommanhalli, Yelahanka, Mahadevpura, those areas. And then the important aspect is this 110 new villages, which are all peripheral belt added to BBMP, which is basically Devanhalli, Sajapura Road and all those things. Here, the cost would be a little extra because there is a levy called beneficiary capital contribution. I will explain you as we progress. So, but I will not take too much time. We'll just move on. So for all your understanding, there are 7 heads which will come for your which will part of your Cauvery new connection. The first important head is your pro-rata charge, which is about 400 rupees per square meter. I will explain you more about this in another slide. Then you have a connection fee. Then you have an inspection fee. Then you have a sewage line fee. This is only applicable if at all you don't have an STP and you are discharging entire your sewage into the UGD of BWSSB. Then you have 3 months minimum deposit, meter cost, and then as I mentioned, there is a BCC or a GBWASP levies. Actually, they're all specific to only 2 areas which are earmarked. What is old CMC areas or 110 new villages. Hope I'm clear until now. If you have any concern, you can raise your thing. Okay. Now, the important charge here is the pro-rata charges, which is one of the biggest contributor to your overall cost. Okay. So just to give an example, a 120 flat complex, the average flat size is about 1200 square feet. Your total area will come to roughly about 1,44,000 square feet. or in square meters is about 13,000 odd, into 400 rupees per square meter. Your pro-rata cost itself to get a Cauvery connection would be in a tune of about 53.5 lakhs. This is apart from various other levies, which will be added to your overall cost. So this is basically to give you a glimpse that, when we subscribe to a Cauvery water connection, what are we heading into? Okay. Then apart from the pro-rata, you have connection fees, inspection, sewage line, which I mentioned. Sewage line is only when you are leaving your sewerage into BWSSB UGD thing. And then you have security deposit, then water meter cost, and then you have location-based charges, which is, which I mentioned earlier. Now, basically the one-time charges, the summary are standard charges, pro-rata charges, your GBWASP or BCC charges, and the grand total which is to be paid. Apart from this is your upfront one-time cost. Apart from this, you have your monthly tariffs, which are clearly indicated. This is all changed from September 25. Earlier there was a fixed model. Subsequently, there is a variable model which was brought in, which is clearly explained here, which I'll share it with you. I mean, don't be in a hurry to understand everything right now. I'll share it subsequently. So your monthly tariff would be roughly about 32 rupees per kiloliter. If you are using up to 200 liters per flat per day. The moment you breach your 200 liters ceiling, then it will hit 55 rupees per kiloliter. So the monthly charges, apart from the ones what I've indicated, you have sanitary charge, which is again linked to your discharge into sewerage line. Then you have a borewell charge. Then if you don't have a rainwater harvesting, then you will be added about 25% of your water bill. Then you have a swimming pool and common amenities charge, which is currently there are many apartments which have been categorized as partial non-domestic rates, and which is a significant cost. And then you have if there is no, just a repetition. And then you have annual escalation every year. Right on the first month of the financial year, there will be a 3% annual increase of the water bill. So one is your upfront cost to take a Cauvery connection, and then these are all your recurring monthly charges, just to give you a basic idea. So a lot of people have asked us a question saying that how do we start? And there's a portal which is actually OWC. It's there in the PPT. Just for your understanding, it is owc.bwssb.gov.in. It is called Jaldareh 3.0. So it's a very fairly simple website, and you have a very detailed guide available in that particular website. You can download it. You can go through the entire process note, and then accordingly you can apply for the connection. Okay. The BWSSB put in enough efforts to make sure that the application process is fairly simple. Now, as I mentioned, you need to have certain documents before going for this connection. You need to have a building plan, khata, sale deed, photos, and OC if available. There are some questions where people said our building is about 15 years old building. We don't have an OC and all. We will ask BWSSB officials to reply those questions. But as of now, these are the documentation requirement. And subsequently, you have one important thing is only authorized plumbers by BWSSB are allowed to do these connections, which is a mandatory requirement. Just keep that in mind. There is a digital mutual agreement is also consent form basically. And if there's any road cutting and all, there is a certain process for it. You can check with your local BWSSB team and take it forward. So the key takeaways of this particular connection is, whenever you're applying for it, the major chunk of the cost goes into pro-rata. Keep that in mind. Know your zone. Make sure that you are aware that you are falling under which category of BWSSB demarcation. EMI availability, it was there earlier, wherein there was an option to pay your entire cost over a equated monthly installments of over 12 months with a bit of interest component added to it. but I'm told subsequently it has been stopped. Anyhow, we will again take it up this matter with our next meeting with the BWSSB chairperson and see if we can get a relief around that. And then, as I explained, our monthly bill, we have taken a relief in September 25, and then your 3% annual hike. And then it is advisable and it is mandatory also to have a rainwater harvesting before applying. Otherwise, your cost will shoot up. So this is what is all about the new Cauvery connection. So if you have any questions on this particular presentation, please ask. We'll be happy to answer them, or we can go to the Q&A session.
Prasad?
Yes.
See, you were saying about additional cost if all your sewage is going to the UGD, right? Obviously, it means without a presence of an STP. Am I correct?
Yes, absolutely.
So does that mean that we can still apply for a Cauvery connection even if we don't have an STP now?
This particular question we will ask as we progress in the session, because I know there has been a requirement that if you don't have an STP, there was a mandate saying that there will be no Cauvery connection, but we will still ask, and then accordingly we will take it forward.
Okay, thank you.
So any other questions apart from this pertaining to the cost or whatever I've presented, please ask, or we can move forward.
Yeah,
No, sir.
Why
Sorry, go ahead.
charges is quite high. I believe it's too high. What does it cover basically?
Okay, that's a question we will park it for BWSSB team. I don't want to answer that at this moment, so we'll park it. Yeah.
Hello, sir. So ours is about 320 flats, 1,200 to 1,600 square feet.
Okay.
And we are STP compliant as well as the rainwater harvesting compliant.
Yeah.
What do you think should be the one-time charges we should estimate?
Sorry, what we will do
square
is
meter. Sorry.
What we will do is post this session. I will post it by end of the day into YouTube. We are also in the process of creating a calculator. It will be a HTML file. I will share it with you all in that particular YouTube description only. It will be fairly simple. I will give you all the information. You can just key in, and then you can get the numbers by yourself. There is no requirement of anybody giving you any answer for that. I'll give you a tool to calculate yourself.
It is an estimate.
It's an estimate. Yeah. Let's be clear. See, these are all only estimates based on the existing charges which are being showcased in BWSSB portal. Okay, so there could be some iterations, or maybe based on your local conditions or whatever prevalent requirement, what happens in agencies. So make sure that this will give you a fair idea. Beyond that, what happens in the field level is something which we will have to take up.
Absolutely, yeah. It helps to start the conversation within the team. Thank you.
Yes. Hello, Prasadji. My name is Sanjay. I'm from Brigade Gateway.
Yes, Sanjay.
Yes. So my question is, see, our apartment, we have about 1,200 plus apartments, but because of the way it has been designed, we don't have individual meters. So what should be the way forward for such apartments? Is it necessary to have individual metering going forward?
No. Individual metering is absolutely apartment specific. That has got nothing to do with BWSSB. The connection from BWSSB will only come to your doorstep, like wherever your sump or the main water storage is there. How will you distribute your water from within your apartment complex is specific to your apartment. You can do a metering, individual level. That is all very specific to apartment. It has got nothing to do with the Cauvery connection. Cauvery connection will only come as a one single pipe, and it will go into your storage tank. Just keep that in mind.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Prasad, this is George here. Is the commitment is 200 liters per flat per day? That is a commitment?
Yeah, we will cross that, George, because I was only asking if you have any questions on the cost part at this moment. Subsequent, we will ask BWSSB to clarify them right away. Okay, sure. So we'll stop this conversation now here. I'll go to the questions which were posed by various participants, as part of the Google Sheet. We will quickly run over that, and then subsequently we will open the floor for questions, to be answered by BWSSB team. Okay. Yeah. If you can just mute yourself,
Sir,
please.
one quick question. Is this entire recording, sir, is this entire recording you'll be sending it across or on YouTube or something?
Yeah, I'm repeating again. I will ensure that this entire session recording is put into YouTube by end of the day or latest by early in the morning, along with all the tools which have been talking in this thing, and also we will ensure that all the information is given through a mail to all the participants in next couple of days.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Just give me a minute. Okay, so these are the questions which were asked by various participants as part of the Google form. I will quickly run it over because they're all very, I would say, repetitive in nature, which I've already addressed as part of the presentation which I shared earlier. So we have bifurcated the entire questions into about 9 themes so that it will be easy for participants. Also, if at all we are sharing this information with BWSSB team, they also understand it very quickly. So I'll quickly go over to the first theme, that is new connection. I mean, everybody, there are about 4 people who have asked the same question, saying that how do we get a Cauvery connection? What is the step-by-step process? Is it feasible to get Cauvery water connection? Whom should we approach? Okay, so I've already explained in the earlier presentation that how should you get a Cauvery connection? So that question is already answered. How feasible is to get a Cauvery water connection to our apartment? You should. This is all 𝗪𝗏 ECT, if I'm not mistaken. So you please get in touch with your chapter lead or cluster lead of 𝗏𝗏. They will help you out on this subject. Details and process is the same. You just have to log into the website which I've indicated earlier. How to apply for a Cauvery connection for 84 units in Vattur? It is the same category. I'm Revati, Om Prakash Kumar, Lakshmi, and Archana Chaudhary from various apartments have asked a similar question. So the moment I shared the presentation, you will be able to have this answered. It's fairly easy to get a Cauvery connection. Then I'll go to the next theme, builder involvement and new tower connections. We need a new connection to our tower. What is the process and how is the builder involved? As long as your association has taken over what you call handover takeover photo, then if all the documentation are there with the apartment MC, then you need not require builder for that. The only thing you need to be very sure that whatever the money he has collected as part of your sale proceedings or have been deposited with BWSSB is what you need to cross verify. We are in Kaggalipura Panchayat, 7 kilometers from Nice junction towards Kanakpura. So if I can request the concerned BWSSB official to answer this question, please, because we don't have an answer for this.
Yeah, just to give a thanks, Prasadji. It's about 7 kilometers from the Nice Road in Salonse Kaggalipura Panchayat, and it's about 3 kilometers from the Tatuguni pumping station of BWSSB.
Yeah,
we
so
right
we will just wait. We will just wait for one of the BWSSB official to answer the concept.
You are in GBA area or Panchayat?
We are in Panchayat, Salonse Kaggalipura Panchayat.
So the one thumb rule is BWSSB jurisdiction is within the GBA only, not even Electronic City and other parts of Bangalore or Devanalli part of Bangalore. So I think it is not in BWSSB jurisdiction. Maybe officer will answer you how to go about it. Yeah.
Sure, thank you.
Hello everyone, this is Divya, Executive Engineer BWSSB.
Yes, ma'am.
I handle the Begur and Bommanalli HSR area at present. So the whatever the other person said, the person who spoke prior to me, it is true. We do not handle or we do not extend our services as of now beyond GBA limits. So we are well within the GBA limits now. So Kaggalipura and Tatuguni, though you're a neighbor of the pumping station, we cannot extend our services there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, yeah. Now, another question which is, ma'am, if you can answer this. He says, I think it's Vinita's. Okay, DS Max. Okay, this is basically they don't have an STP. I mean, they're trying to get an STP, but they don't know when they will get it. But
How many flats do they have? How many flats do they have in the
it's about
premises?
130 plus, if I'm not mistaken.
If it's
Yes.
130 plus,
Can I?
right now, there is an exemption, and I think if I'm right, this facility is also going to be for a very short duration now, up to 120 flats. So, if the apartment complex has less than 120 flats, there is an exemption from STP at this point of time,
Yes.
and the policy is again being revised. So, and I don't know when that will happen, but it's going to be very soon. So the number of flats again will be reduced because of the excess flow of sewage into the drains and all that. National Green Tribunal and every intervention. So there is a revision in the policy.
Excuse me, may I? My name is Vanita, and I'm the one who posted this question.
Yeah, go ahead, Vinita.
So see, we are, ma'am, we are 136 flats. So definitely it has become mandatory for us. What I want to know is now, what should we do now? Because we are still non-compliant now. And you are saying there may be an exemption in the future. So as an interim relief, what would we do? Is there anything that you can tell us or do us or provide a documentation for us?
Exemption up to 120. I think the 120 is still on a higher side right now, ma'am. It is going to be still reduced, like say 50 flats or something. Once the policy comes out, we will know. So as of now, we are expecting a consent for establishment for STP. If that is available from KSPCB, we can initiate the process. But the actual metering and actual connection will happen only after you people have provided the STP and it is in a running condition and consent for operation is obtained from KSPCB. That is how it works. And yeah, what else?
Ma'am, we have space constraints because at least 7 vendors came and they inspected the site and they said that it may not be possible even underground because it's practically not enough space for a 90 KLD STP, which they all propose.
Okay.
So what do we do under this thing? We already have an OC. And the builder does not take responsibility. And he keeps saying there was nothing like that at that time. So we're not sure where to talk or whom to talk with.
KSPCB would be the right people, ma'am, Pollution Control Board. So they are the ones who are actually monitoring the STPs, private STPs. It would be right for you to approach them in this regard.
May I add something here? In 2019, KSPCB had already sent a show cause notice, and the builder at that time, because we are still not been handed over any documents as such, the builder said that they will take care of it within 6 months. Nothing has happened till now, ma'am, in spite of all the follow-ups also.
Yeah, so that is a little internal between you and the builder and the KSPCB thing. Yeah, so BWSSB, we are helpless in this regard, this particular case actually. Sorry.
No.
Yeah.
I'll take it with the right person.
Yes, please. KSPCB should help you out.
Right. Thank you.
Again, it's again connection costs and charges. Please go through that calculator which I'll share with you. It will give you a fair idea. There is no eligibility criteria as such, if I'm not mistaken. The only one criteria is you should have an STP for sure. So, timelines after applying, timelines, I'm assuming it is about 90 days. Divya ma'am, if you can clarify that. Once it is applied, it will take about 90 days or do you have any
once it is applied, it will take 30 days as per Sakala norms.
Okay.
But if there are any technical issues and requires detailed survey and the apartment complex is a little bigger or things like that, so the licensing people, the plumbers approach us before. So it might get extended a little. Once the online application, before submitting the application itself, there will be so many preparations to be done. We'll have to inspect your building, detailed measurements. The measurements itself might take long. So the process is there. And also we have to survey the nearest major feeder lines depending on the number of flats that are there in the apartment complex and what is the facility that needs to be extended and all that. So once the connection is approved as well, to extend the facility from the nearest feeder main, there could be an additional line cost. If the nearest feeder main is beyond 100 feet or a particular length as prescribed in our board act, So to extend that facility, there will be a line cost as well. So the apartment people will have to. It's like we are not prepared to give you the facility at that point of time in that area, and you are expecting us to deliver, so you will pay for it. It's like that. So based on your cost, we will lay the line. So if there is a line work to be taken up, again it'll take some time, like 3 months or so, for actually laying part after you people make the payment. And for payment, you get 90 days. For payment, you get 90 days.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So, will the government help with the initial cost? There is no reprieve here. There was a facility of EMI, as I mentioned earlier. I'm told it has been stopped. Again, we will take up with chairperson in the next meeting and then see if we can get any respite over there. As you know, Divya ma'am just explained, the cost is already, we'll share it with you so that you can get the information by yourself. Process, it is available in the website of BWSSB. How much water and how often we get is a question which I would request either Divya ma'am or any other BWSSB person to answer that, because there are multiple questions around this area saying that what is the guaranteed output which we will get per day is one part of the question. And there are other questions. People say that we have paid money, we have got the Cauvery connection, but we don't get the water regularly, which is there in subsequent slides. So if you can address that, it will be great.
Okay, let me answer this as well. See, the supplying of Cauvery water to the premises is pretty dynamic. We do a lot of rationing. It's on a daily basis. So in the areas, it's like there is a design thing. We cannot actually, it's a design parameter that we are considering 200 liter per flat per day or thing like that. But it's only designed. And we really cannot assure you at this point of time because it is very local to that area, whatever the network is available. And if some of the flats are beyond 110 and beyond that, those parts of Bangalore are yet to be commissioned from the Cauvery fifth stage. There are several right-of-way issues wherein the water lines have not been extended at all. So in such cases, it is little difficult to assure that we can give you such and such quantity of water on a daily basis. So nowhere in Bangalore, except for, in my knowledge, there was only initially monthly apartments where we had an agreement to supply quantity of water. But no, nowhere in Bangalore we assure that this is your sanctioned quantity and this is what we are going to assure. But it is on a daily basis and we try our level best to extend our facility rationing across the public.
Okay.
So it's rationing. So there is no assurance of a certain quantity.
Okay. And is there any periodicity which we can, at least let's say, because I'm sure because of the rationing, maybe not be every day, but will there be every alternate day? Because, this question has come from Yelahanka side, wherein people have mentioned that they have taken connection, the water doesn't even come once in a week also. So how do we, this is also another stumbling block for other people to apply for the connection. So will there be any, I will not say guarantee, but at least an effort to make sure that every 2 days or every third day the connection water will be given? Or is there any somewhere some kind of guidance over there?
There is no specific guidance, but generally what we're doing now is in the core area, the supply pattern has been fixed in a certain way, right from the 70s, 80s. So that has been maintained. And in the CMZ area, it's like weekly twice, 4 days once and all that. So 110 villages in the initial days, we do once a week and then it gets extended. Then with the increase in the quantity of water being pumped, and the number of connections that are being taken in that particular area, wherein we can say that the losses are minimum, we'll start extending the services, maybe weekly twice. So as of now, there are no specific guidelines based on the supply, because 110 villages is fairly new and some parts of Yelahanka, as far as see, I handle the south area. I'm not very limited information regarding that Yelahanka parts. But in my understanding, there are still parts of east and north wherein the lines have not been extended due to the local right-of-way issues and other technical problems and some policy matters there. So some parts have not been completed as of now yet. That's my understanding. I'm not very sure. If my friends from north are here, they could be in a better position to answer you that.
Yeah. So if any unanswered questions in this, just for the understanding of this, I live in north. So we already made a group with Chief Engineer Gangadhar sir and Mirza Anwar. So we will take up this question, if at all we need more clarity. But as of just to sum up, as what Divya ma'am says, is that not committal, but 110 villages, weekly once, CMC areas twice in a week, and core Bangalore areas, where there have been fairly old connections. It's almost a daily pattern, is what she's able to inform.
Alternate days.
So this is where it stands. And then if any case-specific issues are there, we will take up with the respective BWSSB.
Local, yes.
Yeah, we will do that.
And there's one more thing, wherein I spoke to the ma'am earlier. She was saying 136 flats and they wanted interim relief for Cauvery water.
Yeah.
We also supply water through tankers, as you already know, 𝗪𝗪𝗃 Cauvery app. So to supply that, there are no preconditions like you have to have an STP or anything. So you can just make a bulk payment for bulk load. So we will ensure so many number of tankers reach your premises on a certain day based on your booking. So that can be done, and that goes in GBA limits, and less than 10 kilometers would be feasible for you. So even the private tankers, we cannot assure the quality of the source of water that you're getting from private tankers. You already know people of BWSSB, wherein contaminations have happened.
Yes.
So if you want a treated water at some certain costs, then you can definitely procure our 𝗪𝗪𝗃 Cauvery tankers, wherein we send treated, good quality water from the tankers, through the tankers to your premises.
Yes.
So you
And
can
that is
avail
also for
that
GBA
facility.
limits.
Yeah, GBA limits, yes.
Okay, thanks.
Just to add what Divya ma'am said, we had a recent meeting with BWSSB chairperson, Dr. Manjula. We have raised this issue, and she has assured that we are drafting an kind of MOUs and agreements for long-term procurement enability for apartments complexes who want a long-term solution. So we will update the entire community over this in another couple of weeks, because there are various discussions which are happening on this Sanchar Cauvery. So we have been assured that it will be taken on a high priority and things will be addressed, especially on the tanker part. Yeah. So people who have raised their hands, let me complete this presentation and I'll come to you one by one. So let me quickly get over these questions. Partial enrollment, can fewer flats join? My understanding is no, because it's a complete apartment specific. It is not flat unit level specific. It's the entire apartment should subscribe to the Cauvery water connection. Second one, subset of flats, same. Ma'am, Divya ma'am, if there is any correction, please interrupt me and please go ahead and clarify it. Just from the time perspective, I'm just running it over.
Yeah, sure.
Is taking a Cauvery connection mandatory? I would not say mandatory, but it's another source of water for you. I mean, we know enough apartments in north, at least, though I look after many things but there's an apartment complex, I don't want to name them, but they've been completely blackmailed by tankers, and they were just forced to buy tankers at 3 times the cost, because they don't have a Cauvery connection, and they've been approached by local BWSSB team multiple times to take Cauvery connections, and for whatever reason they couldn't do it. So just to cut it short, it's not mandatory, but having a second source of water, a third source of water is always advisable. But yes, the costs are something which you need to look at, do a ROI calculations, and then accordingly take a call. Golnahalli, I'm not very sure. I think Golnahalli is outside GB, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's because it is coming from ECT. So as we clarified, BWSSB is only responsible for GB areas. Dodballapur, we need to be specific. Vajram Tiara, are you part of GBA or outside GBA? If anybody from Vajram Tiara, please let me know, or they can reach out to me separately. I can guide them on that. Vartur is part of GBA, if I'm not mistaken. So you can go ahead and talk to the local BWSS officials, or we can take the help of BWF volunteers. We will try to help you out on that. ECT is outside GBA. So when can we expect coverage? I have no answer for it. Divya ma'am, if you can just help on this, please.
Sir, Golahali comes
part
under
of
the
GBA.
CMC area.
Okay. Golahali, if it is part of GBA, then the normal process is applied. So we need not really worry about it. As I've shared the earlier presentation, please go as per that. ECT, any specific area, or it is, because I'm seeing that when we get a Cauvery water in ECT is what being asked.
No, ECT is not covered now.
ECT is not covered. It is outside GBA. Okay, then Yelahanka is already covered. So I think it is from Triguna Palm Springs. So just check who is that, and then they can reach out to us, and then we can help them out. Vartur, yes, it is available. Okay, what is the process of getting a Cauvery water connection for B-Khata apartments? Divya ma'am, if you can just help on this question, please. What is this?
Can you repeat, please? I had a visitor, sorry. Yes,
yeah,
please.
what is the process of getting a Cauvery water connection for a B-Khata apartments? Is there any Khata specific bifurcation?
No. Even if the occupancy certificate is not available, we will still extend the service, but we will have some penalties in the bills and the monthly bills, yeah.
Okay, so fine. So there's no Khata specific demarcation. It can be given to any apartment, but with a added penalty or whatever it is.
Prasad,
Yes.
Prasad, just come in.
Yes,
since
sir,
you are told BWSSB's connection is not a mandatory, the other way also same thing only. There's no restriction to take the connection. There is a Khata or any regulation from the BBMP and other things. So you can apply if the water available that area and pipes are there already constructed in the road, you can get the connection.
Yes.
So they'll do first thing is the feasibility. If feasibility is there, then they can give. And one ma'am told about the pollution control issue. I think that you have to take it up with the pollution control board only. Nothing to do with, but there are exemption possible. So you can find out an exemption route also, or as BWSSB official told, you can also go for a Sanchari tanker to get the BWSSB water.
I have one point in this, sir. Can I raise this point?
Yes, sir.
See, many associations are willing to apply, but they are not very comfortable with the fact that we are paying so much of deposits and the surety of supply is not there. Now, we understand the difficulties of what the Cauvery board has got issues with certain areas and all that. So then what they should try to build it is give some confidence to the units by having a mix of these two schemes. Like if you have paid a deposit, but I am unable to supply you a certain, let us say there is a formula for number of units, so many quantity is possible. And if it is not possible to get that quantity, they can determine what is the quantity they can give. But if it is not given, they should give the supply on the Sanchari tanker. And okay, they will ask for a charge for it. But that has to be concessional because you have not provided it through the pipes. So you're going to give it through the tanker. So you can't expect the people, those associations to pay the full cost for the Sanchari tanker. You should link it with their entitlement and reduce the cost, maybe give a discount of 35 or 40% or whatever on the tanker charge, but keep supplying. Then you will get a lot of people, associations who will be willing to enter into such an MOU and then take a dual supply scheme. One or the other, they get the water from Cauvery supply.
This was the one of the discussion point last week. I think we'll take it up. And chairperson Dr. Manjura has agreed, saying that they have to fulfill the commitment of minimum water. So if a pipeline is not able to give that much, they can give through tankers. But the modalities has to work out in subsequent meetings. But the idea is good because we want to ensure BWC supply waters and also ensure that you don't take private tankers. Correct? And now it's a mix of private tankers and BWSSB water. You get it and you mix it in the sump, and again you use WTP to do the process. So that is a double work for us, double energy cost, everything. So we agreed mutually that we have to work for this solution.
They will go for private only if Cauvery is not giving them the supply, because the charge is cheaper and also quality is assured. So why would they go for a private supply if the Cauvery board is giving the Sanchari tankers as required?
Yes.
Ravi sir, this point is valid and we have taken it up already. Hopefully there should be some development on this in the subsequent meetings with the team of BWSSB. So we will keep you all posted about this.
Thank you.
Okay, tariff classification and billing charges. Okay, what is to be done to reclassify our apartment from partial domestic to domestic? Okay, not very sure, because I mean, on what grounds you've been reclassified is something we need to understand and then subsequently address that. Because there are apartments who are classified as non-resident also in some of the areas because of the pool size or the amount of water they're using. So it's a recurring issue. We will take it up subsequently. But yeah, it's a valid question. We will address that. Significantly since May 25, what charge change in BWSSB billing? Okay, Satish sir, you can address this. I think it is all that September 25 ready reckoner.
Can you repeat?
So why have water charges increased significantly since May 25? What changed in BWSSB billing? So
okay. So to be fair with the BWSSB or the ecosystem, the price was 22 rupees per kiloliter for almost 10 years. 10 years, they have not increased the price for the bulk user, because apartment is categorized as bulk user. That is the definition. So 22 rupees was that, and they increased to almost 55 rupees. We made representation. Now it is a telescopic pricing based on the usage and number of apartments. So I think below 2000 apartment or so, it will come as 32 rupees, and above 2000 is 55 rupees. Personally, and BAF point of view, we still feel is a discriminatory. We have to work on it, but only next year when the board board will take up this tariff again. So we have already made representation, and now it stands 32 rupees for below 2000 approximately. I'm telling you, based on the consumption only, it's a telescopic pricing. But about 2000 flat or that based on that consumption, it is 55 rupees. This is to ensure that we conserve more water and we use less water. And we did some calculation also. What is the consumption pattern of apartments? It is way beyond the average. You can check up with your own apartments. If you add up your domestic usage of portable and non-portable for flushing and everything, it should be 135 per person, or maybe 400 to 500 per flats, but way high people are using. So that is the reason it's a telescopic pricing made, so that they don't want you to use more water. So that is the only thing. We'll take it up in the next tariff meeting coming up in March, April.
Sure. So just to sum up what Satish Mallya, president of BAF, mentioned is the national statistics says that a person on an average consumes about 135 liters of water. So in a household of about 4 people, you are expecting it to be about let's say about 600 liters or whatever. But I'm sure BWSSB has got much better data than what we have. Is that some of the apartments, their consumption is about 500 liters per person. Such high consumption. So one is you have to be self-reliant, make sure that you conserve water, and the dual plumbing system, using of treated used water. Make sure that these are all something which have to be in place so that your water consumption goes down, because water is one such commodity which is becoming extremely scarce. I mean, we are all seeing in the news from last 2 days that Cauvery water is being released to Tamil Nadu. So there are enough impacts already on that. So the bottom line is make yourself self-reliant is something which we would like to say in this meeting. Yeah. Okay. So water reliability, sufficiency, and mandatory status. What if after taking the connection, the water supply is insufficient for all flats, which we already addressed in earlier question. And then there is no, I would say, mandatory status at this moment. But yes, we will bring this session's key takeaways to the leadership team of BWSSB in the next meeting. what happens during drought conditions when the river itself doesn't have water? You don't get water, simple. So there's nothing much. Or option is to take tankers from BWSSB. Is Cauvery connection is genuinely beneficial for residents day to day? Yes, of course it is. But look at your cost impact. Is Cauvery connection mandatory? We addressed it already.
I would say cost impact would be great. The rate of ROI, whatever your people are talking about, no? So whatever you spend for Cauvery is you're spending for your health, good health.
Yes,
I would say, because the under UG water is already contaminated, and the sources of private tankers you cannot assure, and there have been several mishaps with the mixing of water. So you have not heard of any such thing when we supply Cauvery water. So I would say you can trust us. The thing is, right now, as you gave the numbers, 500 liters per flat and things like that is why we say we cannot commit to a particular number, because it is very local.
Yes.
On the distribution pattern there, and we extend our maximum services whatever we can. So it's not that we'll make you pay up in full and we give you peanuts. So it's not like that. We extend our service until we are committed to give you water. We will not make you apply only. So we will you will be guided in the right in the beginning to not to go for this connection, because we do not have our facilities. So that is how we handle things.
Perfect. Yeah.
If we are letting you apply and if we are considering your application, that means we are ready to extend.
No, one more question which was not asked earlier is I would say the cleaning of GLRs is something which a lot of people have mentioned on our conversations. If you can just highlight, because even in our meeting with the leadership team, they mentioned that South is taking up the GLR cleaning ups. Subsequently, will be followed by other corporations. You want to add anything over there, ma'am?
Yes, we are doing the GLR cleaning. Beyond cleaning of GLRs as well, we are monitoring water quality on a daily basis. It's being done in our labs, and we are ensuring whatever water we are supplying is on par with the ISO standards. So GLR being cleaned as a scheduled maintenance or whatever is up to us, but we are still ensuring the quality of water, whatever we are delivering, with a proper, to the standards. And it's ISO certified, so it's trustworthy.
Yes. Just for the benefit of all others listening, when we say GLR, it is nothing but ground level reservoirs. That's where the water is stored. So because
yes, the huge tanks that they see on the way, everywhere we are there, almost in each constituencies, you can see.
Yes.
So those tanks cannot be cleaned up on a monthly basis, or because the water supply is continuous 24/7. We receive water 24/7 and we empty. For cleaning, we'll have to empty the whole tank, and that is huge, 24 million liters and all those volumes of water. So we cannot afford cleaning of GLRs on a monthly basis also.
Yes, yes.
And many of them do not require as well, because we are monitoring the quality and it is being very well maintained.
Yeah.
Divya, I have one of this.
Yes.
So we do trust that Cauvery water will be definitely better or best as compared to other private thing. But the thing is, we want reliability also, right? Like surety also. Like let's say tomorrow Cauvery water doesn't come to our society, so we'll be left with nothing but the contacting private tanker, because Sanchari, I don't know how much reliable it is, because I see many complaints from societies where they say that we have put the bulk request also, but we are not getting the water. So if that case happens, basically we want surety, and that surety, if we get it from BSWB, like if the Cauvery water doesn't come, you will get the tanker and all from Sanchari, then it will be better for us and we will be totally reliable on your service only. But since that reliability is not there currently, we are also dependent on private tankers.
Yes, you are free to do so. But the thing is, when we have a fixed demand, we can upscale our quantity of the tankers and all that. So right now, we are equipped for, we are not always prepared for the summer. We are prepared for the routine maintenance.
Okay, Divya, I'll take it from here.
So one more thing, just want to add. This is the recent meeting. We are also proposed for a MOU and an agreement for the bulk user, because you have a regular pattern of what you want every day. Then from BW users, we also can supply through tankers. So that will be a win-win for both. No, instead of you are booking it online every time.
Correct.
Okay. Just I'll add it from here. Further to what Ms. Divya has added. See, we have developed a very robust mechanism for the Sanchari Cauvery. In the Sanchari Cauvery, we have also done the scheduling, but most of these, like the demand assessment, still remains a challenge for us because most of the apartment associations, they schedule it for about 15 days, 20 days, or maximum about 1 month. If you can give us the advance requirement for about 6 months or about 1 year, then we also can come up with a very strategic plan so that we can deploy our tanker resources. Also, we can actually plan our supply scheduling also to these apartments in a phased manner. Actually, this is what I would like to add. And second thing is, when it comes to the reliability, most of the apartments are receiving very, very reliable water. If I look at the apartments also, I was just trying to compare the statement of my the consumption, which is consumption records of last 1 year. About 95% of the apartments we are giving about 200 plus liters per unit. Some apartments says there could be some other challenges also, which we are trying to address. Drastic measure. But yeah, on the southern part, western part, and the central part, there is absolutely no issues. But in the eastern side and the northern side, some of these places where our networks have not reached, that there is a challenge in that area. Otherwise, yes, in the CMC region and the core part of Bangalore, there is absolutely no issues.
Yeah. One second. Hold on, please. That was Mirza Anwar, who is the executive engineer of North Corporation. Sorry, additional chief engineer, acting or whatever it is. So thanks, Mirza. We'll be doing one more round of similar physical session with the North chapter very soon, sometime next week itself.
Yeah, so that would be more appropriate and adequate at this time, because we can have a long discussion, because online always have little amount of glitches, because we'll not be stationed at one location. Actually, that is where the concern lies for us. In fact, right now, while I'm talking to you, I'm driving. I was in this Honorable CM meeting in the morning. Post that, I'm just moving around. So that is why I'm not able to connect, continuously through this online meeting. I'm very sorry about this, actually.
No, it's okay. Please take care of yourself. Yeah, so we'll just quickly move on. What is the minimum water?
I just have one question. So the source of the tanker water supplied by BWSSB, is it still the groundwater?
No. Why you are saying no? It's a BWSSB Cauvery water.
No, we don't supply. We are not in charge of supplying any groundwater to any locations in Bangalore, whether it is at the consumer level, whether it is at the tanker level. We are not doing that. We only supply the treated Cauvery water, the potable Cauvery water, to everyone through tankers.
All right. The second question is, just wanted to confirm if Channachandra Koralur area comes under GBA.
Chansandra, yes. Chansandra comes under the GBA area. And the commissioning is going on. That's a part of Bangalore East. Mr. Ashok Gowda is the executive engineer for that region. We have commissioned that region as well. But some of these, again, see what happens is when we try and commission the areas, these networks are laid about 3 years, 4 years ago. There are certain the ground level challenges that we face in terms of supplying water. There are a couple of leakages, hidden leakages and all that. In a phased way, we are actually commissioning it, and Chansandra is also a part of GBA limit. Haralur as well, yeah, again.
Okay, yeah.
And one thing I would like to add is, if all the apartments come forward and take the connections, then we can also gear up, actually. Supposedly, if you have a cluster of apartments, let us take in Chansandra, there are about 15 apartments, 20 apartments. If they all come together at once, then we can actually prioritize that area and commission it very soon. Otherwise, it's all about bits and pieces. One from Chansandra, one from Haralur, and we'll have a larger network to commission. That becomes, we cannot put our hands everywhere at the same time. So I would suggest, if everybody comes forward and takes the connection, we will be in a better position to, commission that area.
Yes, fair point.
Prasad, I have a question. I am from Sarjapur Road. We are at 200 unit. on the banks of 𝗪𝗂𝗃 Lake, we are dependent on tanker water 100%. We don't have water vapor also from the ground. Now, whatever Mirza said on commitment from our side for water, we are ready to sign a 10-year contract also. But is that applicable everywhere?
No. When you say 10-year contract for what? For the water tankers or what exactly?
Yes, water tanker, Cauvery, anything. Because we want to get away from private tanker and we want to get into a Cauvery connection also. But my subsequent question will come for the Cauvery connection. But right now, he wants us to commit. We could do the commitment. But whatever he says, provision of this water, will it be available across Bangalore, all regions, or only in his region?
No. Let me rephrase what Mirza said. He is mentioning of giving Cauvery water connections to the apartments. He says when he is actually laying the network, okay, if there's a cluster of about 20 apartments which are very close by, if they can all form together and say, we all want Cauvery water connection, not tanker water connection, it will become far more easier for them to prioritize in giving the Cauvery water connection to those areas, because otherwise, after 20 apartments, if only 1 or 2 apartments sign up and then remaining are not coming, then I would say that one is the cost aspect of it, and also the operational prudence is something which is trying to explain. Okay. Now coming back to your another question of Cauvery water through tankers, that is straight away there is no. It's a no-brainer. The only thing is they should look at the long-term requirement or whatever whatever requirement you have, plus the contract which we are working on to give you a long-term MOU or an agreement with BWSSB. Once that is in place, if you're able to estimate your requirement for next 6 months, 1 year, they'll be happy to sign up a contract with you and give you whatever is required. Okay, because that will facilitate them in ensuring that they're able to gauge the capacity or requirement, what the tank, how many tankers are required, how much of water is required. They can estimate it and then gear up themselves, is what Mirza was telling earlier.
We can actually deploy based on a requirement. We can envisage the requirement for the next 1 year, 2 year. We can also have a tie-up with the tankers, and we can deploy those tankers and supply your water in a continuous manner. One. And second thing is, my suggestion to everyone from the apartments is, indeed, I'm very happy that BWSSB takes a lot of initiatives. In fact, Prasad has been very instrumental in various things indeed. But my one request to the BWSSB for the entire apartment association is that, do not rely on the tanker water again. Instead of that, if you can take a BWSSB connection, that will be even more better. And there is, in case of a tanker water, you may have a limited time agreement. But if you take a BWSSB connections, it is like an unlimited access to BWSSB water, I would like to say.
Anyway, you missed the earlier part of conversation wherein people are saying that we have taken connection, but we are not getting water.
Yeah, that will address. Yeah, that one by one. Yes, we are looking forward. Now, what has happened earlier, we had until stage 4, phase 2, we were receiving about 1400 MLT. Right now, we have augmented it by another 400 MLT. We have another 2 more, about 370 MLT in excess. Based on the requirement, we are slowly, increasing the inflow to the city as well. Yes, if many apartments come, like I said, like if there is only one apartment and long reach has to be served, there will be some sort of technical challenges. But yeah, if many apartments come up from an area, then we'll be able to pressurize the management and get the additional water to the city, and we'll be in a better position to supply water to everyone.
That.
Thank you. Prasad, one last question from me. For the new connection, we have been approached by a lot of so-called agencies who say, sir, we have best connections in BWSSB. We can get you the connection soon. We know what to do, where to do what. Do you suggest we go through such agencies or we approach BWSSB directly?
Absolutely not. Please don't reach out to any agents, not required. It's a fairly simple process. Now we have access to the entire BWSSB leadership team on a corporation level, at the head office level also. So, end of the day, we will give you all the inputs in that calculator. First, go through the entire costing part. Once you are ready, then please reach out to your specific volunteers of BWSSB. Okay, we are trying to put up a kind of dashboard together so that the leadership of BWSSB also sees it very regularly, that how many questions, how many connections are being asked chapter wise or cluster wise, and how many days are they taking to give the connections. So we are trying to bring in a transparent process here, but allow us some time, because we just because this is something which has come up only about 4 or 5 days back. We know that there were problems across, but we will address this in a more transparent way with the team. Okay, so but just to answer your question, please don't engage any agents at this moment.
Thank you so much. It helps.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Please, we'll have to take a leave now. Got a meeting right now, please. Huh?
Sure.
Another meeting scheduled. Since we are working
before
today.
you,
Yes.
Divya, before you leave, I just want to appreciate the work that BWSSB South has been doing on the project.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bharat sir and Mahesh sir, that the lake pollution has been arrested. Though there are few reports that it's still there, we'll continue to work together on this. Thank you.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I would once again like to, request you all for your kind cooperation and patience also during this process. And if you guys come, and always you've been supportive. The entire apartment association has been very supportive. We want you to extend such cooperation and support, so that we will be in a better position to supply water based on the demand that you provide. Actually, okay.
Yeah, Mirza, one last thing. I have put the question in the chat as well. So is it like, if we give like 6 months of estimate, like let's say 600 tankers of 12,000 liter each?
Yes. You can do the scheduling in the system itself. You want 10 tankers per day, 20 tankers per day, or 30 tankers per day. See, once you give us the requirement, immediately if there is a challenge also, we'll try to address in the next 15 days or maximum in a month. We'll try to mobilize tankers and we'll be able to supply that water, so that you also have a guarantee. In fact, this was addressed by the BWSSB itself in the meeting. In fact, one of their suggestion was to have an agreement as well. We will do the agreement as well, so that you and us both are bound by some sort of legal. We'll have a legal bonding between the two, BWSSB and the apartment.
Yes. And what are the charges for Sanchari water tanker?
Yeah, it's 740 rupees actually we charge. And what we are charging is 40 rupees per kiloliter. For about 6,000 liters of tanker, it is about 740 rupees. We have a different tariff. I'll share it with Mr. Prasad and Mr. Arun. They'll circulate amongst your team about the tariffs.
And one last question. Can we go only with the tanker, Sanchari tanker, without taking water Cauvery connection? Is it also applicable?
I would say you can actually go, but I don't suggest that. That's all. If you take a Cauvery connection, that is always better. See, what happens is we are actually adding too much to the environment also, too much to the traffic also by taking Sanchari Cauvery. I would always say, when there is a pipe network, better go for a pipe network. And if you come to us, we will be in a position to improvise it. It may take about a week's time or 15 days, but we'll definitely improvise on that. Actually, we'll work on that. And second thing is, why should we waste on... we are charging about 740 rupees. Just when I'm giving water at 35 rupees per kiloliter, why do you want to spend 100 and nearly 140 rupees? That makes it is also a loss for the association on a long run, for the apartment on a long run, and secondly, it's also costing to the environment and the traffic.
That is true, but only thing is like we are 88 flat society, and then the pro-rata cost is actually quite high for me.
I know challenges are plenty, but we all have to work towards challenges for a solution. That's all, sir. So I would request you to pressurize the society. Somehow, take the BWSSB connection. It is always it's always a good move, actually.
Sure. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Thank you so much for the entire BWSSB and the entire apartment who have joined us as part of BWSSB. And thank you, Mr. Prasad, for taking the initiative for organizing this, conference, also the video conference.
One last question. So what is the efficient way to...
One second. We will have another 10-15 minutes, because both Mirza and Divya are leaving because they have other meetings to attend. I'm sure other BWSSB officials are around. So we'll just take another 15 minutes to close the session.
Mr. Prasad, good afternoon. This is Bharat.
Yes, Bharat,
Additional Chief Engineer. We all have a meeting with the chairman now.
Okay.
So all will be leaving.
Sure.
So if any last question for another 5 minutes, we'll be attending. and we'll be making a move. So that any last questions you can just ask it. Okay.
Yes,
Sir,
yes.
hello.
We will
Can I ask you a question?
My
I've been waiting
sincere
for a long
request
time.
again
So one more question from our
RWA
end.
side is that, see, most of the apartment want water. They want to take connections, but they are really having a psychological fear about the quantum and the quality. Therefore, there has to be a task force from BWSSB to join hands with the apartment federation and then go on area-wise drive to promote this with intensive meetings. This is what would help. Instead of having only one, it will be a one-to-one meeting with each team, with each apartment association. This will help to allay all the fears and the psychological taboo. I am very much for taking the water, but I have not been able to convince our society in the last 2 years. So we need them to come to the doorsteps of the RWAs and bigger societies especially, and convince them, okay, this is what we want to do, and that will give you a lot of results, sir.
Sure. Sir,
Mr. Prasad, can I ask you a
Prasad
question?
sir, one more question from here. Ganesh Shetty.
1 second.
Prasad, a lot of people are raised the hand. Maybe you have to take it up.
Yes. We'll anyhow. So let me complete this. In another 2-3 slides are there. We'll close it and we'll go for questions immediately.
If the officials leave, then there is no point, of this discussion. The idea is that we have certain concerns.
Please go ahead. What is the question you have? Please ask it.
Yeah, see, I have already raised this matter and not got. See, our apartment MS Plaza was, we got the OC in 2009. Now, that time the builder collected 2,40,000 rupees from per flat. We have 120 flats. Now, the issue is that if the builder has already collected from us BWSSB charges, I'm trying to understand if we go to the BWSSB now, they are again demanding extra charges from us to get a connection, which is running into. Now, how do we get this thing handled? Mr. Anwar I don't know whether he's still on the call or not, but this is a technical problem with us.
Same problem we are also facing. Same
sir,
issue.
1 minute, sir. 1 minute.
I want to raise this because I know that many people are facing this issue.
Yes.
Builder have already charged us. And BW is asking, so can't BWSSB actually go to the builder and demand that money which they have collected from the owners from us?
Sir, let me come in from BAF side. We have similar issues. We have solved so many issues like this with the builders. This is nothing to do with BWSSB. It's an agreement with the builder and us as a consumer. So this also we solved on most of the cases last year. If you have any issue, please reach out
We
to
just
our
have
people.
another 5 minutes to leave for the meeting,
Yeah,
actually. So I will have to exit the meeting now. Thank you so much. So I will, or all of us will actually again get together for another meeting with next meeting whenever you guys schedule. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Nice talking to you all.
Thank you. Okay,
So sir, we have solved this issue of builder and we paid to builder and builder has not paid to BWSSB. Case to case basis, we can take it up. Please write to us. We'll call for a meeting, and the mediation is done by BWSSB, CREDAI, and BAF. We can take it up again with any builder. Okay, so that is assurance from our side, and we have done it last time.
Thank you so much for that.
Yeah. So Gautam, you said you had the same question, right? Hope it has been addressed.
Yeah, Ganesh Shetty here. The same question. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so you please write to us. We will take it up. Not a problem. But it is an individual specific case. Let's not generalize it. We will take it up actually. Okay.
Sir, question from my side to BWSSB. When the borewell is not working, why is the surcharge being, put on the people? There should be a relief or there should be some exemption on this, right?
There's a relief and exception is possible. Please prove it that you are not using it. We can take it up. It is removed from the bill also in most of the cases, such cases, but you have to prove it because this is charged because your excess water drawn from the borewell also going to UGD and other things. So specific case we can discuss. Please write to us your issues. We will take it up, and that is done in most of the cases in the past.
Sir, it was done in one of the apartments, but again the areas are being levied, so it's not like it's a very.
So it is a particular case, ma'am. So we'll take it up. Please write to us case to case basis. We'll take it up. And there's a provision to make it exemption.
Okay.
So one question I have, so what is the efficient way to get the pipe leaking, right? So I see, and raising complaint doesn't have, it takes days to get such thing fixed, right? Because I don't, it's painful to see the Cauvery water flowing into the drain. So I'd like to know what is the efficient way to get pipe leaking fixed.
But it's outside your apartment, is it, or inside?
Of course, on the road.
On the road, okay.
Outside, on the roads.
No, please now, because I don't know which chapter or cluster you're calling from. What I would suggest is you're part of WhatsApp groups, right? Of BAF.
Yes.
Please take photographs now. Each chapter, like say south, east, west, and all. You have seen the BWSS officials. They have been given very clear directions by the BWSSB chairperson that we will be forming coordination teams, chapter specific. Like BAF entire chapter team will be coordinating with the respective BWSSB chapter team in a WhatsApp group. So you please share a photograph or a description or whatever and share it with your volunteers. They will immediately take it up. Okay,
Thank you so much.
There is no requirement of any other thing. It's like real-time basis where you can escalate to them actually.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I think I can see Kanishka, I think we answered your question, right?
Yes, sir. One, but the other one which I did not want to bring it, if you can answer this, it will really be helpful. When we get a borewell in our community, do we have to specifically get a permission before we get an extra borewell in the community?
Yes, it is a mandatory requirement by the BWSSB.
Sir, in our case, in apartment communities, not comes under BWSSB for the getting the permission. It is under Groundwater Authority. Yeah. You have to apply and they'll visit you and check whether your real requirement is there. Then they'll give you a permission. Without permission, don't go for a borewell.
No, a good point, sir, because I have registered this particular demand from certain residents and so we had to get a lot of flack. So I wanted to clarity. Thanks for clarifying. And just last attached to this, I will just extend. So I have a couple of apartments around here.
To Groundwater Authority website, you can apply.
Okay. No, just to add to that, sir, I have got apartments which are 20 years old or maybe, maybe more. And they have 2-3 borewells inside the compound. And so what do we do? Because they actually are depleting the groundwater a lot. So is there a way that we can complain against certain societies where they are not regulated well? Is it the same authority we have to complain?
Same board, yes. It's called Central Groundwater Board, CGW.
Karnataka, not Central.
Karnataka. Sorry, my mistake. Karnataka. So it is. You can Google and then you can you can always complain them. There's no problem. You can do that also.
Perfect. Thank you.
First, your house should be in order. Okay, whatever complaint you give for others. Okay, now have you registered your borewell ever? Are you paying 500 rupees per year as a fees? NOC you are getting? We are not doing anything. We had a session about 3 years back saying that each apartment, if they have a borewell, you have to register with this authority, paying 500 rupees, and every 2 years you have to renew it. Nobody's thinking that is 500 rupees a small amount. If they start penalizing you or others, everybody will be in trouble. So I think we should have a separate session with the Groundwater Authority one day. Maybe you will get more information, but it's a process there to give NOC. And now it is going to be very tough because in future, see, old borewell, we cannot help it. But future, it is very clear now, without permission, you cannot dig it up. Okay, the borewell. Right. That is a thing, and it is controlled by the collector. Means
so this 500 rupees is what? Is it per house or it is like per month?
No, per borewell. Per borewell.
500 rupees for the month.
Every 2 years you have to renew the NOC for borewell.
Okay, understood, sir. Understood. No, frankly
so NOC in place, when NOC is in place, government also knows how many borewells are there in the city. But the implementation is taking time, enforcement is taking time. So we are talking about the complaint.
We would like to be compliant, sir. Please, can you send a small note on the BAF group?
It is there in the BAF website. We'll take it up, sir. You just post it in your cluster. We'll come back to you, sir.
I will. Thank you so much.
Okay, Sachi, you had a question you want to ask? Sachi Patak?
Yeah, I had asked the same question that borewells is not. And also, sir, although the officials have left, but as they say, they will provide water. But in many cases, they are not able to provide the water, even if we have the connection. I mean, it's quite disheartening that many people keep waiting for water and they don't get it. And especially in the summer
conditions. You have to be specific, ma'am. You have to be specific. You have to be specific where it is, which part of Bangalore, everything. There is a shortage. There is no shortage. One thing. Okay. On behalf of official, we can address this because we are attending monthly meeting with them. If any issues there within our network is not reported, and you come for a meeting and address it, we don't have any answer. You be specific which area, which apartment will try to bridge this gap. Okay. But now one more additional has come now is if they are not able to give the water by pipelines because of some reason, some improvement in that area or pipeline is damaged or whatever it is, they are ready to give through tankers. So that is a new development. So utilize that. Maybe the price of that is a little bit more, but at least you'll solve your problem than you taking the water from the private agency tanker, which is almost more 2,000 rupees now in the east.
Yes, so I'm talking about the Jeevnadi Krishna apartment. It's in Bangalore Central, sir. 6 crores, Kagdaspura.
No, we'll connect you to the concerned engineer. I think he was there here, but you can connect you. Okay, we can connect to the particular executive engineer.
Yes, sir. I would need a solution for.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ganesh, hope it is you asked your question.
Yeah. Firstly, thanks to Prasad and BWSS President for arranging this meeting and elaborating the session to all. So my question to the BWSSB is, like rightly said, one of the official in the meeting, apartments should come forward together so that we can help together. See, when these apartments come together, when it is affordable cost, so everybody will come and their side also it will be benefit. So from my side is to even with the residents also, it is very difficult to get those BWSSB deposits, and they're asking us on what basis they are charging. Even the square feet cost, which is mentioned in their BWSSB websites and all, they are mentioning that particular 2,000 rupees per square feet. But I would ask the BWSSB to showcase that on what basis they have decided these, so that we can explain to resident and it will be a transparency. It's nothing much, nothing secret. We won't be there. I feel that, so that people will come forward to pay. That is one of the things I want to push it in this meeting. The other one is when you compare with the charges, these charges with other states like Hyderabad and other Chennai, it is little bit very like high, which my personal feeling. I don't know, as a BWSS thought, you might be doing a bigger sizes, expertise and calculation things. So somewhere I feel that it should be for all the residents, all the Bangaloreans, to be affordable, so that everybody will come together and then BWSS also will get the more connection. They can do their investments on the networks and supply and building their more reservoirs. I feel that's what I want to highlight.
Yeah, point taken, Ganesh. See, this is it's an ongoing thing. There are multiple school of thoughts on this subject. So there are a lot of background efforts which are being done. So hopefully things will improve. But as we speak now, what are the charges are displayed in BWSS website is what we have to pay. But your point is well taken, and whatever we can do as a BWSS, we will definitely do. So we'll just move on.
I just want to add, Prasad.
Yes, sir.
See, it is a transparent tariff only. I don't know whether you have seen the website. And Prasad also explained today what are the charges applicable. Okay, the charges may be high, so it is a different topic itself. We have to take it up frequently with the BWSSB. But one more point I want to tag: if you are an apartment, definitely your builder would have taken some money from you initial stage of booking, and that you should go into detail whether that money is deposited to BWSSB to take connection. If it is done, you know to collect any more charges, right? So that you have to check.
He has not done it. Actually, he has not done it. That's why it has come on us. So my only thing is, in the BWSB website, they're displaying it. But behind that, what are the charges? How they come across that 55 rupees per liter K?
No, 55 is the charges, sir. 55 is the charges. That is okay. Leave it. That is all. That I can give you connection. Everything is there. It is available. They are spending more than 100 rupees to get the water from Mysore to here and subsidizing for 55 rupees. So what is the justification if you are a private company will do? Correct now. So let us not get into the tariff. Okay, they are spending every day some 5 crore of energy. So all these are a problem. Let us go not into. I'm talking about the connection. To take connection, there are charges. What explained by the Prasad, like GBWSSB and something, and so there is a pro-rata charges. All these are capital expenses arrived at long back because there was no pipeline available. Now government says or BWSSB says that there's a network available, so why they should charge us? That is our line of argument. Okay, so let us proceed that with that argument and see how we can reduce that cost. Okay, because see, the GBWA, what it means is, you know, the what do you call, the Greater Bangalore Expansion Project Fund. So if it's already expanded, why you are still collecting it? Correct now. So all these are nitty-gritties. We are working on it for the BAF team. But as far as tariff is concerned, they will have a justification saying that no, we are spending much more than what do you give you, because we have that is there in the Comptroller General of Auditor and all. It is available in the balance sheet available. How much they are spending for getting the water and how much they are charging. It is available. You can see the public is available transparently.
Okay.
Okay.
Fine, sir. Then, yeah, that I can show to my residents so that they'll be fine with for paying that. They'll come forward. I feel okay, fine. I'll get it.
So now it is 35 rupees, 32 rupees, sir, per kiloliter. And if you compare the tanker water, it will much less only. But what I mean to say is, for a water tariff, they can always justify because they are spending much more to get the water from Mysore to Bengaluru. So it is our responsibility to conserve more water, use for non-potable purpose, STP treated water and other things. Going forward is going to go high only, correct now? Because if they can fix 55 today, and every year there will be increase. And so going forward, I think we don't have any solution right now. Whatever water we should get in Bangalore is from the far away, so that the pumping cost will be high only. So what we can do, think as apartment communities, whatever we can reuse it. Better to reuse it for flushing and other purposes, so that much less water you have to use it. There is no point you getting a BWSSB quality water for drinking purpose and use for flushing.
Yeah,
Hello.
sir.
So,
we have short time.
This is Raj here. Can I ask?
Yeah, Raj, please go ahead.
I had posted this in this thing also, registration also. This is regarding the penalty what we are paying to BWSSB. I request both Satish and Prasad to take it up, because it's a huge penalty what we are paying because we don't have an OC. It's an 18-year-old apartment complex. There are many such apartments, I'm sure. If there is a water consumption charge is about 5,000 rupees, they are charging 25,000 rupees as penalty, which is not reasonable at all.
Penalty for what, sir? Penalty for what?
Penalty for not having OC, which the BWSSB official also has told that it will be there. It is okay. Let it be there. But the penalty is very huge, very steep.
Let us talk offline, sir. We'll find a solution. Okay.
Okay.
Because OC is a problem in Bangalore. I don't think they will. We can take it up and
that is a very old apartment. It's an 18-year-old apartment. So the OC is definitely going to be a problem. And the funniest part is that apartments which are similar and which applied before 2023, they don't have any penalty. People applied after 2023 have got a penalty.
We'll take it up, sir. Reach out to us. We'll take it up.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, Gautam.
Yeah, Prasad. Thank you. So I just wanted to know, I joined in between. I missed the initial part of the discussion. I just wanted to know what is the plan that BAF wants to bring in, right? Especially for apartments who wants to go for a new connection. Like many of our friends said, we also paid. I mean, we as residents have also paid to the builder. And as per builder, they have already made the payment to association, to the water board, but we still don't know what is the status, whether he has applied for a new connection, or say we want to take up that new connection request. How should we approach? So what are the options BAF is making for?
Yeah, let's make it, your problem is two-sided. One is you're saying builder has taken money and you're not sure whether he has paid the money to the board or not.
Yeah.
If he hasn't paid, then you would like to, as a welfare association, would like to go for a new connection. Okay.
Yeah.
So the process of new connection, I will share the PPT with you. Please go through it and make yourself acquainted with the whole process. I will share the PPT. Just look for BAF website. By end of the day or by latest by tomorrow afternoon, you will have this entire session recording along with the presentation, everything. That will give you fair insight. The other problem of builder not paid, that we will address case specific. By tomorrow we will give you a Google Sheet link wherein you can, because we don't want to go to the board and give a very generic statement saying that this was happening in Bangalore. No, we don't want to do that. we would like to address the issues case specific, saying that this is the apartment name, he's the builder, or whatever it is, area wise, so that the concerned engineers can look into it. Okay. So please, wait for our information on this. Please update that particular Excel sheet so that we can relay this information to them and then get a conclusion from them. That's how we would like to address that.
Sure.
Prasad, I'll add it. See, in the past, similar exercise is done. We have solved the problem more than 40 apartments. But we want some basic information. We have a Google sheet already in place. We require a receipt. See, you say that builder has paid. What is the proof? We require a proof to go to the BWSSB. So you are taken over from the builder. You ask the proof. If he's not giving the proof, that is very clear. He has not remitted. Okay, if you have paid some money to the BWSSB, we require some reference so that we can take it up from the BWSSB data. Okay, so that is the one thing. Second thing, if it's not paid, we can also take it up with 𝗕𝗏. That's what we have done in the past. See, we had a mediation meeting chaired by the BWSSB chairman in the past. 𝗕𝗏 people came, 𝗪𝗏 people came, and the concerned apartment and the concerned builder was brought in and solved the problem. Some of the case we could not solve it because 20 years back they collected money. That time they collected suppose 100 rupees. Now cost is 200 rupees. We have to come. We cannot do both sides. We have to match. Correct. We have to we cannot negotiate further. So that also happened. So the objective is we have to get connection because the source of water is important for us. So let us see what we can do. But there is a system in place. We can take it up with the BWSSB as well as 𝗕𝗏. If it's the builder is a part of 𝗕𝗏.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anil Samantarai.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Prasad.
Hi. Good.
Yeah,
please.
we are from an apartment on East Bangalore.
Okay.
So we want to apply for a new connection.
Okay.
But how the quotation they will get means the water board will send someone for the calculation or how it will happen.
First you have to apply.
First you need to apply, no?
Okay, that we have to apply. Then they will
come
send
for
someone.
a feasibility study. They'll come for a feasibility study. Then they'll give the how much amount to be spent, when, everything they'll give. First you have to apply. For applying is not much amount. I think it's some 1,000 rupees.
Okay, sure.
Online.
So do you have any any documents like how to apply or those things?
Yes, I will share it with you. Please wait for a day. Please look at the BAB website or the WhatsApp messages in our WhatsApp groups. You will get all the details because we have already explained in the earlier session where we are presenting everything. There's a website, there's a document. We will share everything. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mahesh Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please.
You hear me?
You are the last one to ask the question. We'll wrap it up.
Okay. I mean, it is again regarding borewells. And we understand that borewells may need to be registered with the Karnataka Groundwater Authority. Our apartment has 3 borewells. So it is constructed in 2016. Okay, but we are not sure whether they have been registered by the builder. So I would like to know how can we verify the registration status? If they're not registered, what is the procedure, to register them now? And are there any renewal or NOC requirements that we should comply with?
This is for the borewells, right?
Yes.
Okay. For the borewells, we will separately send out a note shortly, as Satish sir has mentioned earlier. Allow us a couple of days time because these notes are already available with BAF. We will do a recirculation shortly so that these questions are answered.
Okay, noted, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And also about the current topic, I've joined a little later, but would like to see all the points discussed in the meeting. So if you can share the MOM later after the meeting would be beneficial.
This entire session will be available on YouTube. You can view it at your convenience actually.
Okay, understand.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. And I think we have addressed almost all the questions.
Ms. George here.
Yes, George.
Just one question, and currently we are getting the borewell water, and it goes into a raw tank, and through the WTP it goes to the final tank.
Okay.
Now, when we get the BWSSB, since the BWSSB water may not be sufficient for our consumption, so should we can we directly push the BWSSB water to the final tank, or is it recommended, or is it has to go through a WTP again? From a hardness perspective.
No, because the BWSSB claims that they are ISO certified. Their water is fully treated. So I don't see, because I know for sure there are many apartments who actually mix the water and then do a WTP and then they go to final tank.
Correct. Yeah.
But I mean, you can try once to test it, test for the water hardness and all, and then take a call, because it's an apartment specific issue. See, what happens is BWSSB claims that, they're giving one of the best quality waters, right? So you can try it out, because, they are verifying the data every day. If you find any disparity, you can always raise the objection. But otherwise, if you're able to, you have a ways and means of doing it, of directly pumping, try it out and then see what exactly is happening.
Yeah, I understand. But the problem is we are about to apply now. Okay. Because if it is through the WTP, then we can the pipe connection can be right at the entrance itself. But if you have to push it, then the piping has to go right till the end of the apartment. So that decision has to be taken now itself. Hence I asked that question.
Understood. But see, the BWSSB team will give the connection only at the entrance of the building or wherever your sump is ending, basically, right? Okay. From there, how you want to distribute your water, whether through WTP or individually, is up to you, basically. Okay. So it has got no relevance to BWSSB connection. But how you want to do is, you will have to internally discuss with your general body and then take a call.
See, it could actually could increase your efficiency, because the WTP can handle a certain hardness. When you mix the water with the Cauvery water with this one, your hardness average will come down, and therefore the resin and all that with the WTP will last longer, and you will have benefits out of it also. So it will be basically based on your convenience. You can do what you want there.
Okay, I understand. Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So that means WTP should be there, right? I mean, we were also thinking that to remove, because even to change the resin, it takes a lot of money. So we didn't want to spend, and we stopped using that for some time.
Yeah, the processing cost, salt cost, resin cost is there, and then you have to do everything, but it will come down when you use the Cauvery water, whether you mix it up or whether you use separately also. Both ways, the amount of water you will go process through the WTP will come down, or the quality of the water will improve when you mix it. Therefore, there will be a reduction overall in cost by taking Cauvery water on the other costs of borewell processing costs.
What is WTP?
Water treatment plants.
All apartments can have it. I mean, small apartments and all.
If you have space, you can definitely.
Apartment is having it.
It's all again, space specific. You are inclined to spend more money. All those things are there. So there's no rule book for that, actually. Anybody can have it.
Yeah, that is basically depends on your water quality, which we have it. Whether your quality, hardness, and you're facing the health issues in the apartment and air fall and taps are getting dirty. So as a owners, we can decide that whether you require or not.
Yeah. Maybe we can do a water quality testing, and if the hardness is high, it is recommended to install a WTP.
Okay, good. So I don't see any more questions. If you're all done, then thank you so much. I think we had a good interaction. We'll try to share this information in our website also. I'm sorry, in the YouTube channel. And if you have any unanswered questions, or you think that we need more clarity, please feel free to write to us. You can get in touch with the BWF volunteers, the cluster presidents, secretaries, or chapter leaders. We'll be more than happy to address the queries.
Sir, just one last question.
Yeah.
Prasad?
Yes.
Thank you, Prasad, and the BWF team for all this.
The last time, from the BWF thing, they said there is a list of certified, the contractors for this connection thing. Is it something available? Because
it's in the website, sir. It's a BWSSB website. It is there, sir. You can call anybody.
Oh, okay. BWSSB website, is it?
We don't want to recommend anybody, sir, from BWF side. It's up to you. Approved vendors are available. Through them only we can do some activity, okay, at least for fixing meters and so many things. So you have to depend on them, and they have to certify your before giving connection. So there's a requirement. So you call anybody, they'll be charging whatever it is, and that also I think there's a fees available in the system. That only you have to give.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
So, Professor, I have one last question.
Yes.
Sorry, I will not take much time, maybe probably 1 minute or so. This is regarding, we have a borewell as well, and we have applied for the Cauvery connection too. Okay, so as earlier you said, for borewell connection, every year you have to renew for certain amount. Okay, so we are not sure whether builder has renewed or not. Okay, so now that we have formed an association, now going forward, how should we look at it?
Earlier, we will send out a very clear note on this borewell aspect. Just wait for a couple of days because it's a recirculation of earlier advisory by BAF. We'll come back to you on this subject. Please look at your WhatsApp groups so that if you're whatever WhatsApp group you are there in BAF, the information will be flowed there actually.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Great. Okay. Thank you all.
Sir, and
Thank you, sir. It was a wonderful session.
Thank you so much for organizing such wonderful session.
Thank you.
So no questions, sir, but I just wanted to connect with someone from BAF team to I have a couple of questions, my apartment specific. So I just wanted some clarifications.
Which apartment? Which cluster are you from, please?
Okay, so cluster wise, I think I'm not aware of it, but
which area? Which part of Bangalore?
Munekulala.
Munakalla, Varturu. Yeah, you have a number, right? You text
Valli
me.
ma'am is there. Valli ma'am is there.
Yeah, Valli ma'am will be there. Valli Srinivasan.
Okay. Noted, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.